Pistons basketball is brought to you by Dunham's. Our big names bring you in. Our low prices bring you back, guaranteed. By Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. By Chrysler, where luxury is engineered to give you the advantage. By Health Alliance Plan. Your health deserves the best. By GE Automotive. If you're a car maker or supplier, put their minds to work. By Ameritech Pages Plus, the complete Michigan Bell Yellow Pages. By Kroger. At Kroger, every day is game day. Go Krogering. By the Kelly Springfield Tire Company. Kelly Tires, a good deal on a great tire. By Taco Bell, Detroit's choice for great food and great value. And by Unical 76. Go with the spirit of 76.
The Detroit Pistons simply overwhelmed the New York Knicks in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. When the Pistons' fast break wasn't hitting on all cylinders, the defense was smothering the Knicks' attack. The end result, all-out Detroit domination. Tuesday night paralleled Game 1 of the Knicks-Celtics playoffs. New York was able to bounce back in that series and are now facing another uphill battle. The Pistons must guard against a Game 2 letdown, realizing the New York Knicks are not about to go away. Live from the Palace, it's Game 2, the Knicks and the Pistons. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the excitement of NBA playoff basketball. It's the 1990 Eastern Conference semifinals from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Naturally, another sellout. And this is George Blaha with Coach John McLeod. We are very happy to be in the building tonight to watch the Pistons in New York tangle. No contest, Coach, obviously in Game 1, but that's just one of 7. And Game 2 is very important.
George, Game 2 will be totally different. The Knicks hadn't gotten over the Celtic victory, but tonight it will be a different story.
The Pistons did it all just right in Game number 1 on the offensive end, Coach, and on the defensive end.
Well, they did a very good job defensively, and we'll see what happens again tonight, George.
The defense always has to concentrate on Patrick Ewing when you're going against the New York Knicks. Patrick went out early when the game was decided, and I think the rest that he got could help him in Game 2.
George, I thought in the game Tuesday night his legs did not seem strong. He seemed like he labored going up and down the floor. Tonight we'll see a fresh and ready Patrick Ewing.
Again, of course, Coach, it's up to James Edwards to test him when, in fact, the Pistons have the ball, and on the other end when they try to low post it to Patrick.
Well, that's true. James will play him one-on-one, but if Ewing begins to score, I'm sure that Chuck Daly will give James Edwards help.
Isaiah Thomas, I thought anyway, was absolutely brilliant in Game number 1.
Well, George, I tell you what, I thought he showed the true competitive ability that he's has a reputation for. He was great in the last game against Indiana. He was tremendous Tuesday night.
As Isaiah goes, on most nights, so go the Pistons. Those two defenders were excellent, too. Joe Dumars and Dennis Rodman shutting down the scoring guards and scoring forwards for New York.
Well, you have two top defenders in Joe Dumars and Dennis Rodman that can play their men by themselves without help, and that's a big difference.
Their top 4 people, the top 2 shooting guards and scoring forwards, shot 5 for 36 in Game 1. Certainly you'd expect a turnaround in Game 2, but as the Knicks coaches told me before the game, when you go against Dumars and Rodman, it's tough to turn that around. We'll set the starting lineups and get Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals started here at the Palace in a moment on the world champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network.
If the Pistons win Game 2 tonight, New York would have to win 4 out of 5 to win this series. That makes this thing very, very important. Let's go now to public address announcer Ken Calvert for the starting lineups.
The New York Knicks. And one of the forwards wearing number 55 from UCLA. Here's Kiki Vandeweghe. The other forward, number 34 from Virginia Union, Charles Oakley. At center, number 33 from Georgetown, Patrick Ewing. And one of the guards, number 21 from Tennessee, Chattanooga, Gerald Wilkins. And at the other guard, number 1 from West Texas State, Maurice Cheeks. The head coach is Stu Jackson. His assistants, Ernie Grunfeld, Paul Silas, and Jeff Van Gundy. The trainer is Mike Saunders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your world champion, Detroit Pistons. Starting at one of the forwards, wearing number 10 from Southeast Oklahoma State, is Dennis Rodman. At the other forward, number 53 from Washington, James Buda Edwards. At center, number 40 from Notre Dame, Dylan Beard. At one of the guards, number 4 from McNeese State, Joe Dumars. The other guard, number 11, your captain from Indiana, Isaiah Thomas. The head coach is Chuck Daly. His assistants, the Brendans, serve, and Malo. The trainer, Mike Aptenauer. Ladies and gentlemen, your officials.
All right, the table's been set. And game 2 is set to get underway. The New York Knicks threw up a lot of bricks in game 1. Look at Wilkins, Vandeweghe, Newman, and Tucker, the 4 I told you about. Add Charles Oakley's 2 for 6 night, and they were 8 for 41 among the 5. That's under 20%. A lot of that was Piston defense, John McLeod, but a lot of that was an emotional and physical letdown after the comeback win in the first series against the Celtics. Pistons were so good at the beginning of each quarter in game 1, and when you do that, you really put a team back on its heels.
George, I thought the first quarter and third quarter were key in the game Tuesday night, and we'll see what happens tonight in the first and third.
That third quarter that started 12-2 ended up to be 35-15, and school was out after that. Boy, the officials are good ones tonight. The Earl of Strom plus Jack Neese and Hugh Hollins. Here we go, and the Pistons win the 10. Cheeks and Isaiah. Maurice used to school Isaiah some early in his career. Now he's just trying to keep up. The Pistons go to Edwards, the high post. Turn and gun goes. Pistons get the first one down. Oakley looking to go to Ewing. They'll go right now to Patrick. The foul line. Gun doesn't go. Rodman to Dumars. Good swipe by Wilkins, and he'll get it down. They have 2 on the first Piston turnover. Pistons had just 12 of them in game 1. Isaiah gets that high screen from Bill Lambier. Works against Cheeks on the wing. Here's a low post bounce to Edwards. The baseline fadeaway falls for Buda. 4-2 Pistons. New York in a hurry, John.
George, they want to push the ball up. I think they feel that gives them better shot opportunities.
Patrick Ewing pulling inside on Edwards. The shot goes, but don't count it. It's an offensive foul. Well, he knew it too.
Excuse me, George. Even though Patrick Ewing charged, he seems to me to be a great deal more alive, and you see him taking the ball to the basket. Edwards had good defensive position.
Pistons lead him 4-2. The lob to Edwards against Ewing. Outside Bill Lambier standing on the three-point line. Missed it to Ewing. Up to Cheeks. Maurice on the wing. Between the rings now to Gerald Wilkins. Wilkins against Dumars. They'll go to Patrick Ewing. Help from Isaiah and a steal. 3-on-3. From the dotted line for Isaiah. Yes! 6-2 Pistons. Oakley looking in the corner for Wilkins. Gets it to him baseline. Gerald Wilkins sticks it. He has all 4 for New York. The earlier one off that steal. It is 6-4 Pistons. Again, they go to Edwards. Back on the wing to Isaiah. Quickly to James on the baseline. Got a little contact. No call. Missed the shot to Vandeweghe. Maurice Cheeks in a hurry now. Gives it back to Kiki. On the wing to Wilkins. Gerald baseline dishing to Oakley. He sticks it. And we're tied at 6.
Well, George, when you have fresh legs and have a chance to prepare, your shooting percentage is going to be a great deal better.
The Knicks look much sharper off the start here. Isaiah top of the key for the rainbow. It doesn't go. Ewing takes it off the iron. Gives to Cheeks. Maurice spins against Isaiah. Takes it down the lane. Nice penetration. A dish to Oakley for the flying reverse. And New York's up a deuce, 8-6. Maurice Cheeks made that happen. Despite a very acrobatic make by Oakley. Isaiah looking to go back door. Oakley swipes the pass in the paint. Maurice Cheeks works the wing now. Well, the Knicks will go to work in front of their bench. Maurice topside for the gun, no. Jimmy Edwards rebounds for Isaiah. Isaiah working Cheeks, takes him baseline, flies it up, no, over the hole to Ewing. Midcourt's the outlet to Wilkins in the middle of Mo Cheeks. 3-on-2 break to Vandeweghe, lays it up, lays it in. New York by 4, 10-6, 8.25 left in the first. New York has scored 8 straight points. Bill Lambier gets in the corner all alone, and he'll stick it. Not as easy as it looks when the other squad scored 8 straight and suddenly you're all by yourself. Pistons down a deuce now. It's 10-8. We played 4 in the first. Wilkins, dotted line to Ewing. Patrick turns, fires, and fills it.
George, they're shooting for a high percentage tonight. Tuesday night, they shot very poorly.
New York playing extremely well, and they lead 12-8.
There'll be 2 fouls on Patrick Ewing. Here you see Patrick came across the middle. He moves, he gets himself there at the position. The ball's on its way. He's able to catch it, turn, and shoot the ball. You see how long it took them in each quarter to get to 8 points in the first ball game. The minimum time in the fourth, 6. And of course, the game was over by then.
Illegal defense, New York. So 2 fouls on Ewing and an illegal defense against New York, and Stu Jackson now has a decision to make. 7:32 remaining in the quarter. If you
Isaiah on the sideline. Gets the screen, penetrates. Line side blocked by Ewing. Pistons bought it, nearly knocked away. It's on the floor now. And up with it is Gerald Wilkins. New York with a 4-point lead in the ball. A little over 7 left in the first. Kiki Vandeweghe from downtown knocks it down, a triple.
George, you can see the difference in their shots. They have good trajectory. Tuesday night, they shot a lot of flat shots.
New York by 7. Isaiah against Cheeks. Topside, and we get a whistle. And a Gerald Wilkins foul and timeout. 6:50 left in the first. Knicks 15, Pistons 8. Timeout on the world champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. Get a great Mother's Day gift. The Pistons Charity Cookbook, Cooking with the Champs. I picked up a couple myself. Call the Pistons right now. Order them at 377-8225. The Pistons, after the timeout, get it knocked away. New York with a 7-point lead in the ball. They're on a 13-2 run. Here's Wilkins from the corner. It'll be short.
rebound, however, Oakley missed the tip. Next rebound, Lambier. Detroit 4-on-2. Dumars pulls up on the run. Will go Ewing again.
This is the pace the Knicks would like to have.
By
Cheeks in and out. Lambier pulls it down.
Pistons very fortunate. They could be looking at a 19-8 deficit here with those 2 missed layups on the part of the Knicks.
Crowd trying to get them back in the game.
Knicks doing a great job on the boards tonight, too. 7-3 advantage where they got killed in game 1.
Edwards. 15-10 is our score. New York with the lead and the ball. 5:45 left in the quarter. Vandeweghe. Isaiah Thomas the rebound. Kiki having trouble getting going in this series. Thomas looks to Edwards. He fires again. Not this time. Rebound Oakley. The 8th New York rebound. Here comes Mo Cheeks. 5:15 remaining in the quarter. Cheeks works the wing. His team up by.
And a whistle away. Hugh Hollins spots a foul. It's on Dennis Rodman. Team fouls now show the Pistons with 1. That one, New York has 2. Vandeweghe to Cheeks and a new shot clock. Top side to Kiki. Foul line Ewing. An up fake on Edwards. Lost him and made it. 17-10 New York. The Knicks continue to roll. 4:50 left in the first. Dumars gets a bounce from Isaiah on the wing against Wilkins. They'll go inside to Edwards. Here's the baseline. Pop and it drops. James Edwards with 8 of the Pistons' 12. It's 17-12 New York. 4.5 left in the first. Oakley topside over Lambier. Makes it rattle, but it.
Not known for his outside shooting, but he has a couple tonight. It's 19-12.
Yeah, and he does like to take that outside shot, much to the chagrin of all of his coaches that he's had.
Doug Collins.
He is inside with his back to the basket.
Lambier misses baseline. Cheeks has the rebound. Maurice comes to work. Isaiah catches him on the wing in the corner to Vandeweghe. Back on the wing to Cheeks. Clock at 15. He heads for the baseline and a whistle. And Isaiah's called for the foul. Pistons at 43%. New York at 60% so far. New shot clock. Team fouls 2-2. Ewing gets it. He'll drive it inside on Edwards. Lose it to Isaiah. Pistons down 19-12. Edwards gets the bounce from Isaiah all alone and dunks. Great look-away pass.
Chuck wants them to run, you know, George, but he also wants them to swing the ball when the good shot is not there.
Timeout, New York. 3:28 left in the first. The Pistons within 5, 19-14 on the world champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. New York after the timeout gets a Wilkins drive and he lays it up and in. It's 21-14. We'll name our defensive player of the game tonight for Health Alliance Plan. Health Alliance Plan. Your health deserves the best. Dumars getting it off the screen, driving, line dishing to Rodman. He'll flip it up and fill it up.
That's exactly what Chuck wanted, George. He wants them to swing the ball from strong side to weak side.
21-16 now. New York nearly loses it. Oakley gets it back. He'll drive Lambier. Blind dish it to Vandeweghe. Baseline. He hit the side of the glass with a shot. Rebound comes to Oakley. Hands to Vandeweghe. Kiki has to save it for Cheeks, and he does. 20 on their shot clock. It's at 16. Cheeks between the rings. On the wing to Wilkins. Over Dumars from there. He hits it from there. 23-16. Wilkins 4 out of 5 and has 8. We're having audio problems tonight, but we'll try to correct them as soon as we can. 2:15 to play in the first. Dumars driving Wilkins to the hole. He hits it and takes a cameraman down inside. Joe's up and all right.
You know, George, Patrick Ewing got tied up on Dennis Rodman and gave no help, and Joe was able to drive it right into that big gap.
2 to to play in the first. It's 23-18 after Dumars drive and makes. Cheeks with his back against Isaiah. Off to Wilkins, wide of the lane. Gerald backs up to the sideline. Pitches it inside to Ewing. He lays it off in the lane. Nobody home but Pistons. Isaiah way up to Edwards, driving, delivering, and scoring is Muda, and he is fouled. How about that? Vandeweghe got him.
Well, it's great, George, when your 7-footer can get out and run on the break. And we see James Edwards receiving a great pass from Isaiah. He just beat the New York defense down the floor for a possible 3-point play.
Isaiah can spot him, can't he?
He spotted him. It was a good pass. A lot of times you don't want to throw the ball to a 7-footer that far away from the hoop, but he was able to handle that, take a dribble, and complete the play.
And Isaiah will get a rest.
This could be 13 points for James Edwards, so this is a big first quarter for James.
He's only 6 out of 8 from the floor, and he makes. Vinnie Johnson's on for Isaiah. 23-21. Pistons strike like lightning. They're down just a deuce now. Ewing hands it to Gerald Wilkins, top side against Dumars. Clock at 12. On the wing to Vandeweghe. Fakes Edwards one way, takes him another, dishes inside to Ewing. Patrick forces, misses. Followed by Oakley. Won't fall, but he's fouled. Bill Lambier got him. We want to wish a speedy recovery to an important Piston fan, Dr. Larry Ribiak.
Well, George,
recovering at Henry Ford Hospital.
On this last play, you see Bill Lambier come over. Edwards switched out. Rodman had to take Edwards' man. Lambier had to come over and take the bottom man, and Bill wound up with the foul, but it was a very good rotation by the Piston defense.
Billy Lambier's out. Sally has replaced him. Oakley makes the first. Just 4 points and 6 rebounds in some short minutes in game 1 for Charles Oakley because of foul trouble. Already he has 7 points and 3 boards tonight. 24-21. Short arm the second one to Rodman. Now Dumars, now VJ. He delivers to Rodman on the sideline. Back outside to Joe Dumars. He'll run the offense. Mark Jackson resting Cheeks. Working against him. Screen from Rodman. Pick and roll back inside to Werman. A foul. And if it's on Ewing, it's 3, and it is, and it is.
Well, you see on this play, Coach Daly went right after Patrick Ewing, and in an indirect way, George, he winds up fouling Joe Dumars driving to the basket.
Out he comes. Eddie Lee Wilkins will replace him. Wilkins had a good time in garbage time in game 1. Shot 6 for 12 at 14 points and 8 rebounds in 22 minutes. Most of the minutes, however, after the game was decided.
That's exactly right, George. And, you know, Ewing did the same thing Lambier did. He reacted from the weak side to help out and got caught with his 3rd foul.
Dennis Rodman missed them both. Eddie Lee Wilkins with a rebound. New York still by 3, a minute left in the first. Mark Jackson against Vinny. Spins foul line, dishes deep to Oakley, who lays it in. 9 already for Oakley. New York by 5. 26-21, 45 seconds left in the first. Dumars getting a high screen from Edwards on Mark Jackson. Takes it to the wing. Sets up, guns, it goes. Perfect set up and a sweet, sweet shot.
Well, James Edwards buried Mark Jackson. Joe Dumars obviously was wide open.
26-23. Pistons within 3. Vandeweghe way outside to Jackson on the wing. Drives Vinny dotted line. Dishes baseline to Eddie Lee Wilkins, who sticks it. 28-23. New York continues to answer, and they lead by 5. No shot clock now. 15 seconds left in the first. Joe Dumars with the Pistons spreading the court. Takes it top of the key. It's off the heel. Vandeweghe tried to save it, but he stepped out of bounds. We still have 1.1 second left here in the first. Rodman from the baseline looking to Sally-oop, but John Sally trying to catch it, drew the foul. New York's in the penalty.
But it was a good play call by Coach Daly with 1.1 seconds left. They didn't get the shot, but they did get the 2 free throws. And a good play call by Chuck.
Correct the clock to 1.1.
John Sally at the stripe. Mark Aguirre checks in for Rodman.
Number 23, Mark Aguirre.
Speedy recovery to Trent Henderson, Bronson Hospital in Kalamazoo. And Rob DeMilner at St. Joe's in Pontiac. Sally makes the first. He had 12 and 5 rebounds in the opener, averaged 16 in the 3-game sweep of Indiana. Second rolls off to Wilkins. The score after one will lead New York 28, the Pistons 24 on the world champion Pistons playoff. Tomorrow at 7:30, the first Star Trek movie, the one that started it all, Star Trek, the motion picture. The Enterprise heads back into space. William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy star in the TV 50 premiere Star Trek, the motion picture at 7:30 on WKBD TV 50. See the difference. Through one, the Knicks shooting 59%, the Pistons 55%. New York with a 6-rebound advantage. Oakley with 4 rebounds.
George, a much more active Knick team than what we saw Tuesday night.
Knicks by 4. Johnny Newman in the basketball game. Gives to Jackson. Mark Jackson driving, missing it off the heel. Oakley with the rebound and a push and a foul. It'll go against John Sally.
This is one thing, George, that the Knicks did not do Tuesday, and that is offensive rebound. And tonight they have been very effective.
Trent Tucker's on for Gerald Wilkins. Newman for Vandeweghe. Trent Tucker on the wing to Oakley. Baseline to Wilkins. He missed it. Eddie Lee Wilkins. Here come the Pistons the other way. Joe Dumars cuts down the lane. Double clutches up the shot, sticks it, and draws the foul.
George, that's about the 4th time that the Piston guards have been able to drive the defense, and we'll see it coming up here. Joe Dumars hesitates a little bit, drives it right through the gap, and the reason he's able to get through is that the Knick defense is not converging on the driver.
Joe Dumars with a make. Mark Jackson got him. It's a 3-point trip, and New York's up 1 in the first minute of the second. Trent Tucker being checked by Vinnie Johnson between the ring. Wide of the lane to Newman. Newman drives into a crowd, drops the ball off for Eddie Lee Wilkins. It got through him out of bounds. Weak pass. Isaiah returns. Joe Dumars comes out. 28-27 New York. We've played a minute of the second, 11 minutes till halftime. Mark Aguirre gets it low post, wheels inside, tries the reverse, gets it down off the high glass. That was a pretty shot. And the Pistons have the lead. That's even more important. 29-28. 10:44 left in the half. Mark Jackson spinning baseline, dishing back on the wing to Oakley. The shot will be short. Oakley chases it down. This is back outside to Jackson. He'll run it down the lane and miss it to Lambier. To Isaiah. A bounce up the court, and it's knocked away by Eddie Lee Wilkins, but a foul.
Foul is on number 25, Eddie Lee Wilkins.
Eddie Lee Wilkins called for it. And the Pistons are now on a 6-0 run. With Kenny Walker checking in for New York for Eddie Lee Wilkins.
Next lineup, he replaces Eddie Lee Wilkins. Mo Cheeks checks back in. He'll replace Mark Jackson.
Maurice Cheeks has had enough rest. Mark Jackson sits down. Isaiah works the top side against Cheeks. Off to Vinny. He'll spin on Tucker. Turn and gun short. Got his own rebound. And he's going to be called for the foul. That's a tough call. Followed his shot. Hard to see where he fouled. Trent Tucker trying for 3, top of the key. It's wide. Oakley with a stick back. Yes. Oakley has 11. The Knicks lead by 1, 30-29. Backcourt pressure on Isaiah. He beats it with a dribble and a lob to Lambier. Off to Vinny. He'll pull up and gun foul line. Off the iron, no. Lambier chases it down for Isaiah topside. Baseline dish to VJ. Slap away out of bounds by Cheeks. The shot clock reads 18. 9:46 left in the half. New York by 1. Sally will trigger from the baseline. Way outside the Lambier. He'll hand it to Isaiah on the wing against Cheeks. Here he comes down the lane. Running and gunning. He got it off the window. Nice job by Isaiah there. The Pistons have it back 31-30. 9.5 left in the half. Cheeks on the sideline. Cheeks on the baseline. Sticks it, but he ran down Isaiah. An offensive foul is called.
George, that was great defense on the part of Isaiah. We'll see it here coming up on the replay. He gets good defensive position. His feet are apart. Cheeks knocks him down.
9:20 left in the half. The Pistons with a 1-point lead in the basketball. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Lambier screening for Isaiah deep on the way. He long guns. He got it. It's a triple. Isaiah has 7. The Pistons lead by 4. Maurice Cheeks top of the key. The shot will be wide to Aguirre. Up to Isaiah. Lobbing inside for Sally. Knocked away by Walker. Picked up by Vinnie Johnson. Knocked away by Trent Tucker. We'll get a jump ball.
I like the way the Pistons are running, George. The Knicks are sending 4 people to the offensive board. The back is open. There's exposure, and the Pistons are taking advantage of it.
Sally and Trent Tucker will jump. Pistons lead them by 4. They trailed by 4 after 1. Sally taps it. Isaiah has it. No looks it inside to John. He'll whirl. He'll scoop. It rolls off. The Cheeks. Cheeks spins away from Isaiah at the timeline. Takes it foul line. Now dotted line. And the crowd drew the bump and the foul.
George, there's an indication of just how smart Maurice Cheeks is. He saw Mark Aguirre come on him. He knew he had a bigger man trying to guard him outside. He puts the ball on the floor quickly and gets 2 shots off of penetration.
The help out foul calls on Bill Lambier. Jimmy Edwards will return. Bill Lambier sits down. Cheeks at the stripe. 8:36 to play in the half. With the make on the first one by Cheeks, it's 34-31. Just 10 points and 6 assists in the opener from Cheeks. Gets his first 2 points tonight with those 2 free throws.
He's very experienced, and we saw it on that play. He read the defensive situation correctly.
Vinnie Johnson feeds Isaiah. He lost it on a nasty bump at the foul line. Picked up inside by Johnny Newman to Cheeks. Isaiah held on to his chin for a moment. Usually he won't even let you know he's hurt. And New York goes inside to Oakley. Powered it up and hit it.
They did, and Isaiah ran right into Oakley. Oakley did not move. Isaiah was going full tilt.
Here's Sally heading for the hole. Ball out of bounds. They say it's off John. The Knicks have tied the score on Oakley's power hoop for even at 34, and New York has it. 4 minutes into the second. Cheeks to Tucker, top of the key. Screen from Kenny Walker. Vinny fights through it. Back to Cheeks on the wing. Off in the corner to Walker. He'll gun over Sally. It'll be short. And comes off to Oakley, and a whistle and a foul.
Well, I would say, George, the Knicks are very fortunate. They don't have Patrick Ewing, and they have a tie score.
Pistons saying that Walker's shot hit the top of the backboard, and that should have been ruled out of bounds, and there shouldn't have been a rebound for Oakley, and a foul on Isaiah. Joe Dumars will check in for Isaiah, who now has 2. Oakley makes the first. Isaiah comes out. Oakley at the line. Made he has 14 points and 8 rebounds, and now he has 15. Knicks by 2. And trapping. Pistons beat it. Vinny and Joe. Edwards, Sally, and Mark Aguirre now. Dumars off on the side against Tucker. Drives into a double team, and Oakley makes the steal. The long pass ahead the cheeks inside on Vinny. Great slap away out of bounds. Well, that was clean.
It was a great left-handed block. Oakley made a great steal against Joe Dumars on the other end. 2 great defensive plays.
And New York has to take a 20-second timeout. Johnny Newman couldn't get the basketball in bounds. They take a 20. They lead 36-34. We have 7:24 left in the half. Another superstar comes to the Palace. How about this? Phil Collins for 2 shows, August 16th and 17th. That's a Thursday and a Friday. Tickets go on sale Saturday morning at 10 at the Palace and all Ticketmaster outlets. Add Phil Collins to that list with Cher, Madonna, David Bowie, and Janet Jackson, to name just a few, at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Thinking of superstars, Bob Seger's in the audience tonight. The Detroit rock and roll sound. The Knicks go to Newman. He can't get it down from the corner. Pistons looking to tie. 7 and 10 left in the half. Dumars off in the corner for Vinny. Slapped out by Cheeks. Shot clock at 13. Sally will trigger from the sideline. New York with an 18-12 rebound advantage. And a 2-point lead up on the board, 36-34. 7 to play in the half. Joe D against Tucker to the dotted line. Double clutches, misses, and Oakley tapped it. Dumars pulled it off and a foul. The Knicks bailed the Pistons out there. Newman with a foul, timeout. 6:54 left in the half. New York 36, the Pistons 34. Timeout on the world champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. You know, the Pistons have signed up to work with the Detroit Lions in broadcast and marketing. And the Lions have Monday Night Football with Barry Sanders and Bo Jackson. Thanksgiving with John Elway and the Broncos. The Bears on a Sunday night, and the Redskins come to town too. All in the Lions schedule at the Silverdome this season. Check out Coach Wayne Fonts and his Lions as they continue restoring the roar. For Lion ticket information, phone 335-4151 during regular business hours. In the Motor City this weekend, one of the all-time great guys, my friend John Gates, and his fiancée Sharon McCarthy will tie the knot. John's been a bachelor for some time, so I'm going to have to be in New York this weekend and miss that affair. Good luck, Gatesy. At the line, it's Dumars. And he made them both. 36 all. 6:48 left in the half. Mo Cheeks off the Tucker on the wing, working against Vinnie Johnson. Mid-post lob down to Oakley. He'll spin baseline and force and miss. Pulled off the iron by Aguirre. Up to Joe D. The Pistons spread it out and lob it inside now to Edwards. Oakley all over him. Looked like he wanted to dance. Edwards misses on the fadeaway. Kenny Walker with a rebound. The Knicks are 3-on-1 against Dumars. To Oakley to Cheeks, and he lays it in.
George, that is a big league fast break right there, I'll tell you. That took about 3 seconds.
And New York has the lead back. 38-36. 6:06 left in the half. Vinnie Johnson beats Tucker across the timeline. DJ gets the high screen, dishes to Dumars from the corner. No. Off it comes to Vinny. The baseline stick back, yes. Vinny's first hoop, and we're tied at 38. 5:42 to play in the half. Kenny Walker got it from Oakley on the baseline. Dishes on the wing to Newman. Back topside. Oakley clock inside 10. Cheeks driving. Got it blocked. Sally. Here come the Pistons the other way. Spider gets it, drives, and Oakley with a hard foul.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, George. John Sally makes a great block. We see it coming up here. He comes from the weak side. Cheeks is beating his man. Oakley makes a great pass. John Sally saves the play.
And the Pistons give John the ball. And after he was able to survive Oakley's hard foul, he'll shoot a pair.
George, that was a strong hit. And I'll tell you, Isaiah running into Oakley at the free throw line about 3 minutes ago was another strong hit. Oakley is double strong.
Kiki Vandeweghe checks back in for New York for Johnny Newman. Sally made the first.
He's the type of player that can play 24 minutes, Oakley, and that's what he's going to do here in this first half with Ewing on the bench.
John missed the next. Oakley with a rebound. He has 9. Pistons by 1, 39-38. Mo Cheeks off the Gerald Wilkins against Vinny. Gerald has returned. He's tough to handle. He'll penetrate and throw the pass behind Oakley. Oakley headed for the hole, and the pass went baseline. Stu Jackson and the Knicks were down 11 at the half in game 1. Then fell back by 31 after 3. Right now, they're down just 1, less than 5 left in the first half of game 2. Mark Aguirre against Vandeweghe. Lobs for Jimmy Edwards. He'll take it to the dotted line, flip that up and fill it up. Jimmy Edwards with 15. He's 7 out of 10 from the floor. Oakley from downtown misses it. Sally keeps it alive, but it's out of bounds off John. True Green's the official lawn care company of the Palace. True Green's the lawn care expert. Call him for a professional analysis of your lawn care needs. Dennis Rodman returns for the Pistons. John Sally will get a rest with 4.5 to play in the half. Cheeks inbounds to Oakley, gets it back. Oakley screening. Cheeks driving. Edwards trying to handle him, and Jimmy finally stops the shot, but he got too much body on him and fouled him. Pistons lead him by 3, but Mo Cheeks will step to the stripe.
You know, George, you talked a while ago about his experience, and he's really great at looking at situations. Another small man, big man situation like we had with Mark. He had the same thing with Edwards. Realizes he has a quickness, puts the ball on the floor, takes advantage of his strength.
Maurice at the line. Gets them both. It's 41-40. The Pistons with the lead. 4:20 left in the half. New York pressing. Then he lobs it across the timeline to Rodman, who'll hand it to Joe D against Cheeks. They want to go to Edwards against Oakley. Jimmy gets the position, mid-post. He'll turn and fire. Missed it, but the foul. Charles Oakley is called for his second. Oakley, according to our statistician Joe Abramson, has 15 points and 9 rebounds.
Stu Jackson has to be careful here, George. He has one big man, Ewing, with 3. Oakley has 2 with 4 minutes left in the quarter. Does he keep him on the floor, or does he take him out and save him for the second half with the score being very close at this time?
Well, you said earlier they've been very fortunate with Ewing on the bench to stay this close. Edwards makes 2, though, and the Pistons lead by 3, and with 4 minutes left in the half, New York takes time. It's 43-40. The Pistons lead. Timeout on the world champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. The TV 50 10 o'clock news plays tonight right after the game with a special edition. Ray Lane will have the sports highlights, including highlights of this one. Roger McCoy and Amir Jacobson with all the local and national news, and Andrew Amador with all the weather. The TV 50 10 o'clock news. See the difference. Speaking of the Lions, Rodney Peete is here tonight, sitting with Mike Ornstein, long-time front office man with the Raiders. The Lions ought to sign him up, too. 3 now and 53 to play in the half. Cheeks. Baseline to Kenny Walker over Aguirre from there. No. Rebound Rodman.
Pistons 43, New York 40. It was the Pistons by 35 in game 1. McGuire gets it inside against Vandeweghe. Gets the double team, powers it up anyway, and hits it. 45-40. Cheeks to forecourt. Cheeks to Vandeweghe on the wing. Sets up for the triple. And he hits it. 2 triples tonight for Vandeweghe. 45-43 Pistons. 3:08 left in the half. Joe Dumars on the wing. Dwyer wants it inside against Vandeweghe. He'll come to the dotted line to get it, and he drills it.
He's on target tonight, George.
Mark has 6. It's the Pistons by 4. You're absolutely right. Joey's got him 3 out of 3.
Very aggressive, looking for a shot.
Here is Wilkins, though, with a turn and gun from the baseline. Gerald Wilkins has 10.
A lot of New York shots, George, that hit the rim and bounced in. The other night, they had never got those bounces.
Kenny Walker switches on McGuire, so Mark will get it and dish to Rodman. Cut into the hoop, and he hit it.
Great pass.
49-45, the Pistons by 4. 2:20 left in the half. Cheeks, top of the key, over Dumars from there. He hits it from there. Two-point basketball game. 2 minutes left in the half. Dumars to Aguirre. Why not? Not broken yet. Don't try to fix it. Maybe it did there. Aguirre got it inside, lost it. Cheeks with the double team and the steal. And Dumars trying to get it back, commits the foul. Minute and 55 left in the half. The Pistons 49, New York 47. Maurice Cheeks will step to the stripe.
At the line, shooting 1+, shooting 2, number 1, Maurice Cheeks.
Speaking of our statistician, Joe Abramson, John, we're going to get him graduated finally from the University of Detroit come Saturday.
Well, that's great.
Good Jesuits are going to turn him loose on the world with a communications and political science double major. Call me if you want a recommendation. Mo made 2, and we're tied at 49. Here come the Pistons with 1 minute and 45 left in the half. Benny topside against Gerald Wilkins. BJ driving, cuts to the hoop, scoops and scores. What a brilliant move. Shot like that put anybody in the running for that diamond ring presented by the New York Diamond Cutters, sponsor of the most brilliant Piston in the playoffs award. New York doesn't score. Wilkins missed. Rodman with a rebound, and the Pistons come back to work with a 2-point lead. Vinny back in Cheeks, a bounce to Edwards. He'll cut to the hole, lay it up and lay it in. New York still beats everybody back with a lob ahead to Gerald Wilkins for the dunk. 53-51. A minute left in the half. The Pistons by 2. Joe Dumars feeds on the wing to Aguirre. Mark will take it inside on Walker, miss it, rebound, Rodman. The hand back to Mark, the baseline pop, it will not drop. Rebound Oakley, ahead to Gerald Wilkins, the alley-oop to Walker, who touches it down, and we're tied at 53. Just inside 30 seconds left in the half. Benny Johnson 3-time near the timeline. Dishes to Dumars. Go to Edwards. He's fouled in the lane.
The New York's trap, George, has created a little bit of a problem here for the Pistons, and Edwards has a chance to get 2 free throws for 21 points. That's a great first half.
Kenny Walker got the last New York hoop.
Well, he comes flying out of there. Wilkins sees him all the way. It's a great pass right to the target. He carries it right in. And, George, that's what we've seen tonight that we did not see the other night. We've seen about 5 quick, fast breaks.
You're absolutely right. Dave looks so much stronger tonight.
Sure have.
Legs are there. Edwards makes 2 free throws, though, on the Walker foul. He has 21. The Pistons lead him by 2. Shot clock and quarter clock almost hooked up. Fraction of a second difference. Cheeks on the wing. Shot clock at 8. Gets inside on Dumars. Breaks it down for Walker. Looking to power it up, and he's fouled. 4.5 seconds left in the half. Mark Aguirre is called for the foul. 55-53. The Pistons lead him. Kenny Walker at the line. Walker missed the first. 6 points, 5 rebounds for Kenny Walker in the opener. Tonight he has 2 points and 1 rebound. Eddie Lee Wilkins back in the game for New York for Oakley. 4.5 seconds left in the half. Pistons by 2. Walker, who missed the first, will try again. He hits it. 1-point game. Pistons have some time. Vinny across the timeline. He'll pull up, try for 3. It's through! He hit it! The Pistons finish the half with a triple by VJ. And they lead them by 4. 58-54. The microwave. He did New York right up, didn't he, John? A double clutch leaner. Vinnie Johnson put some electricity in the air at the end of the first half here at the Palace. You're in game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, and the Pistons lead New York 58-54. This is the world champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. At the half, the Pistons lead the Knicks in game 2 by 4, 58-54. George Blaha with John McLeod. And what did we see to finish out the first half? My guy Vinny got it done, didn't he?
Well, there were 4 seconds left on the made free throw by Kenny Walker. A quick inbounds. Vinny had the presence to know what the shot clock was. He makes a 3 that will really give the Pistons momentum.
Nothing but net on the corkscrew leaner by Vinnie Johnson to finish off the first half. And they're going to need some more sensational play in the second half, I think, to put New York away. They're ready.
George, the big thing tonight for New York is fast break baskets and offensive rebounds, which we saw very little of the other night.
And they're staying close, even though Patrick Ewing didn't play a whole lot because of first half foul trouble. A special edition of Dunham's Fast Break coming up on the world champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. At the half, the Pistons lead the Knicks 58-54 in game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And welcome to a special edition of Fast Break, brought to you by Dunham's, the complete sports outfitter. This is George Blaha up in one of the palatial suites at the Palace, and let's do a playoff update for you. There are only 4 series going now, as 8 teams are still in the running for the NBA title. And last night, the Bulls beat Philly to hold home court. Michael Jordan had a whole lot to do with that, with 45 points. And the Bulls lead that series 2-0. Some people are not even sure Chicago will eventually win it. But right now, the ball's in Philly's court to hold home court. Tonight, Phoenix, with that shocking win at the Forum in game 1, is against the Lakers with a 1-0 lead. Also tonight, Portland and San Antonio go at the Hemisphere down in Central Texas. The Trailblazers lead 2-0. And a fella that I'm privileged to call a friend, number 21, Dave Bing, will soon be inducted into basketball's Hall of Fame. In fact, it's almost upon us. Next Tuesday it comes up. I had a chance recently to talk to David about it down at his office at Bing Steel on West Grand Boulevard in the Motor City.
David, what was your reaction when you were told that you were elected to the Hall of Fame, and how'd you hear about it? I got a call from Joe O'Brien on a Wednesday to let me know that the announcement would be made the following day, and not to say anything to anybody. I was elated, no doubt about it, but my phone started jumping off the hook when I hung up from Joe, so it wasn't a secret.
Somebody else knew about it too, huh?
For sure.
Did a lot of your old teammates call you right away?
Within a 24 to 48-hour period, yeah, quite a few of my teammates and a lot of guys that I'd played against over the years called to congratulate.
When you were coming up and playing basketball, who were some of your heroes?
Elgin Baylor was my first hero because he's from the same hometown, the same neighborhood, the same high school. And Oscar probably wouldn't like for me to say that he was a hero because we're not that far apart in age, but I would surely say I knew about him and followed him as a youngster also.
So now you're in the Hall of Fame with those people, and you came in with a fellow that you played with, Elvin Hayes.
You know, I'm very happy that I'm going in with Elvin. He surely is deserving, along with Earl Monroe, all contemporaries. The only disappointment I have is that Bob Lanier, my teammate here for so many years, and Dave Cowens, who I played with for 1 year in Boston, who were eligible but didn't make it. It would have been great for all of us to go in together.
You certainly feel those guys will be in the Hall sooner or later, don't you?
They are deserving, and it's just a matter of time. I think, you know, there are some restrictions relative to how many can be inducted on an annualized basis, but those guys will definitely be in.
I know that there are nearly 200 people that work for the Bing Group, your businesses here in Detroit. Are you going to have a party when all this happens?
I'm working too hard right now to think about a party. This is contract time, so a lot of my time is being spent getting ready for the next year's business.
I want to add my congratulations to Dave Bing, and I'm certain that our special guest, Peter Vesey, does. This guy is the writer's writer when it comes to the NBA. Peter Vesey of the New York Post. If you're an NBA aficionado, you already know who this guy is. And if you're not, but you'd like to be, pick up the Post once in a while. You learn some things about what's going on in the league. Everybody who plays or coaches or broadcasts in it or writes in it, for that matter, does.
Peter, selling it out here.
Peter, let me ask you a question. When something happens in this league, are you at times a guy who has had it for a couple of days and didn't write it, or are you always going to be the guy who writes it right now?
Hopefully I'm ahead of it. I hate to react to stories, but if you have enough contacts in the league, you can stay ahead of things. Unfortunately, when you get into a situation like when your home team is in the playoffs, you get behind in everything else because you're so riveted on what's going on with your team. So I blew that Jimmy Rogers thing for one.
Speaking of that, any ideas on some identities of new coaches?
Well, you know, with the Celtics, I think everybody is thinking that Casey Jones is going to come back to the Celtics since he bowed out of an interview with the Hawks, and I'm told he did that very excitedly. And you know, Bird has been a big proponent of KC's, actually to Rogers' detriment, because when he came out for KC during the year, it was a vote against Rogers. But I don't think he's coming back to Boston. I got a sneaking suspicion he's going to wind up right here.
I need a couple one-word answers. Is Chuck Daly returning to the Pistons, and will the Pistons repeat?
No, he's not returning to the Pistons. He will definitely leave after this year to go to the NBC booth. Will they repeat? They've got a real good chance because they still have that attitude, that work ethic, where they come to the arena and they're not overconfident.
This guy knows his stuff. Peter Vesey, the New York Post. Thanks for joining us, Peter. That's a special edition of Fast Break for Dunham's. John McLeod and I will have some first-half numbers in a moment.
Pistons basketball is brought to you in part by Precision Tune. Run with precision, run with the best. By Highland Superstores. Nobody gives you more, and nobody but nobody sells for less. By Northwest Airlines, serving over 220 cities in 20 countries on 3 continents. And by Valvoline. People who know use Valvoline.
The Pistons shot nearly 60% in the first half. They lead at the half 58-54. More in a moment on the world champion Pistons playoff basketball network. Pistons by 4, 58-54 here at the half of Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. We said the Pistons with 58% shooting in the first half. The Knicks at 49%. New York got on the glass 21-19, John, to stay close.
George, they did. They shot better, but they also rebounded much better.
Pistons had 10 more points off the bench than New York. Oakley, the starter, led New York with 15. Gerald Wilkins with a dozen. Cheeks with 10. Jimmy Edwards with 21 to lead the Pistons. Oh, Cheeks gets it back door on the first New York possession and lays it in. Gerald Wilkins got him the ball. Two-point game. Bill Lambier to Edwards. Let's see if Buda can keep it going here in the third. Pistons swing it deep in the corner. Isaiah try it.
That's what Chuck wanted them to do in the first half. Just swing it again, George. The strong side to the weak side. Lambier eventually to Thomas.
Isaiah with 10 and 6 assists. Patrick Ewing back in the game. Turns mid-post. Fires no. Rebound Bill Lambier. Got off the floor. Gives to Isaiah. Pistons 61. Knicks 56. Edwards wants it inside against Ewing. He'll get it. He'll go baseline, turn and fire. No. Ricochets away to Patrick. Now Gerald Wilkins. Good look up for Vandeweghe, feeding inside for Cheeks. Mo Cheeks hits the reverse off the high glass. Off two good passes. Vandeweghe made the last one. 61-58. The Pistons by 3. 10 and 40 left in the third. Isaiah with a baseline bounce to Dumars. Way outside to Isaiah. Working against Cheeks. Baked him right, started to take him left, but he traveled, says Jack Neese. 10 and a half left in the third. Pistons now with 8 turnovers. New York with 6. Mo Cheeks topside against Isaiah. High post now to Ewing. He'll turn mid-post, get a little contact, get the glass on the shot, no net, rebound Lambier. Got no net, no whistle. Those are the most important things. Dumars finds Isaiah. From the wing, he lets it fly. It won't fall. Vandeweghe taps it to Cheeks. And Mo Cheeks is hit by James Edwards, says Jack Neese.
Well, that happened right in front of Jack Neese. He had no choice, George, but to make the call. And you see James Edwards gives a little hip. Gives a little hit right in there, and, right in front of the official.
Maurice Cheeks works against Isaiah as the Knicks head up the court. Cheeks keeps it topside on the wing to Vandeweghe. Inside to Ewing. Jump hooking from the paint. He hit it.
It'll be interesting, George, to see just how many times in the second half. That's 3 times now that the Knicks have gone to Ewing. He's 1 for 3.
61-60. Pistons by 1. Lambier screening for Dumars. Taking him down is Gerald Wilkins, and Wilkins will get the foul from Hugh Hollins. 2 on Gerald Wilkins. Bill Lambier trying to screen, and Wilkins with the obvious foul. But as the Pistons set up, they turn it over. And New York has it. They wanted a foul, but it was a bad pass, and they lost it here as Gerald Wilkins coming inside the high glass turnaround gun won't go. Lambier trying to chase it down in the corner. He and Wilkins bump, and the ball will belong to the Pistons.
George, I think the beef on the previous play was that the ball was deflected off of Wilkins out of bounds, and they gave it to the Knicks instead.
Isaiah breaks free on the baseline, glides to the paint, sends it topside to Lambier. 2-point gun, go! Well, he buries it. 63-60. Mo Cheeks deep on the wing against Isaiah. Gets the screen from Patrick Ewing. Dishes on the wing to Wilkins. Topside Vandeweghe. Wide of the lane to Patrick. He will stick it over Edwards from 12. 63-62. Pistons by just 1. 8 1/4 left in the third. Dumars topside against Gerald Wilkins. Bounces deep on the wing to Isaiah against Cheeks. He's behind that 3-point line. The clock's at 5. Starting the drive from the baseline. Misses to Ewing. Now it's Cheeks. Cheeks wide of the lane. Gets a Ewing screen. Back to Patrick inside. Lambier knocks it away. Patrick puts it up anyway and in.
That's 3 straight hoops, George.
And New York leads by 1.
64-63. Joe Dumars wants to pick and roll with Edwards. The clock is at 10. Gets the switch inside. It's Edwards, and he'll lean and lay it up and in. Pistons by 1. Edwards with 23.
Well, he's had a big game. The Knicks are having trouble with that two-man game. They cannot defend it.
7 1/4 left in the third. Cheeks down the lane. Isaiah picks his pocket, slaps to Lambier. He'll give it back to Isaiah. Up he comes. Great looking. About to Dumars. He hit the reverse. New York will take 22nd timeout right here. The Pistons have him down 3, 67-64. Find out right now about Pistons season ticket package to the Palace for next year. A Pistons season ticket assures you a seat for every big game the Pistons play. Call the Pistons sales department during business hours at 377-0100 and find out more about season ticket packages for next season.
Well, you see, George, that Isaiah throws it right under the defense. Joe Dumars is right there. He got behind the defense. Great pass. We saw him do that the other night. He connected with Rodman.
Our playoff game brought to you in part by Michigan Bell Public Communications at the Palace. Michigan Bell Public Phones keep you in touch. New York careless with the ball. Isaiah with a steal. Lost it in the lane. Rodman picks it up. And we get a whistle. A New York foul on Vandeweghe.
I'll tell you don't like to see...
Timeout here. 6:56 left in the third. The Pistons 67, New York 64. This is the world champion Pistons playoff basketball network. Tomorrow night at 7:30, that first Star Trek movie. Star Trek, the motion picture. As the Enterprise heads back into space, William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy, of course, will be there. Tomorrow at 7:30 on WKBD TV 50. See the difference. The Pistons with it. And a 3-point lead. 6:50 left in the third. Edwards gets it inside. Baseline turning gun. Goes over Oakley. He's wearing him out. 25 for Jimmy Edwards. Now Patrick Ewing will go to work on James and fire it up baseline. He missed it, but Oakley's there for the stick back. New York has 10 offensive rebounds. Oakley has 9 of them. The Pistons with 4 offensive boards. They're staying close that way. 3-point game. The Pistons to Edwards against Oakley. He'll wheel dotted line and hook it and hit it! 71-66. 27 points for James Edwards. Halfway through the third. Knicks 6 for 11. The Pistons 6 for 9 here in the third. Vandeweghe from the wing lets it fly. No. Edwards keeps it alive, and Isaiah saves it. He tight-roped the baseline. Up he comes. Top side to Lambier. The long gun goes. It's a 2-point gun. He had his foot on the line. 73-66. Pistons by 7. New York to Ewing. He'll drive on Edwards. Fire it up on the run and fill it up. Ewing with just 4. It's 73-68. 5 now and 10 to play in the third. The Pistons lead him. Dumars has it topside. Off for Isaiah. He'll turn at the foul line extension. Miss it to Lambier. The putback gun goes. Billy got it low inside. Got it back up and down. He has 8 now and 9 rebounds. Rams having fun tonight at the Palace. 4:45 to play in the third. Oakley topside against Lambier. In the lane now to Ewing. He'll go high post, turn fire, no. Rebound Rodman. Worm still with it. Gives to Isaiah against Cheeks on the way. Cutting inside as Rodman missed it. He'll get it back. Take it to the corner. Pitch it outside the Dumars. New shot clock for the Pistons. They want to go to Edwards. A knock away by Ewing. It's on the deck. Patrick to Wilkins.
Gerald Wilkins to the dotted line, flips it up and fills it up. That was Oakley who knocked it away from Edwards. It's tough to see through Chuck Daly. I ought to watch the monitor. Harry Hutt gets good pictures on there anyway. Wilkins is 7 out of 9 at 75-70. Dumars penetrating for the Pistons. Dishing now on the wing to Lambier for the long gun. Rebound pulled off by Rodman, but he threw it away. Too hard on the pass for Dumars. Threw him a fastball, and he was about a foot away. Now timeout taken by the Knicks. 3:50 left in the third. It's the Pistons by 5, 75-70 on the World Champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. Kiss, Aerosmith, David Bowie, and Fleetwood Mac all come to the Palace soon. Tickets are on sale now. Pistons turned it over a moment ago when Dennis Rodman tried to give it up quickly to Dumars, and the pass hit him in the chin. Even the experts make a mistake once in a while. I'm not sure I'm an expert, but I just made one. Patrick Ewing has 12, not 4 points. Look at the wrong column on the score sheet. 3:38 left in the third. Gerald Wilkins lets it fly from the wing for New York, and it falls. Gerald Wilkins has 6 and a quarter left in the third. 75-72. Dennis Rodman topside. Off on the wing now to Dumars. He'll come foul line and fire and fill it. Pistons keeping the space. 77-72 they lead it. Kenny Walker and Vandeweghe and Ewing. And Cheeks and Gerald Wilkins for New York. Patrick Ewing across the lane. Guns on the run. No. We had some contact, and traveling is called. Patrick will take that. Could have been an offensive foul.
Could have been an offensive foul. He drove it right into traffic, George.
2:50 now left here in the third. Bill Lambier swings to Isaiah in the wing. Got inside Cheeks. He'll fire. Fill it. Isaiah got it up and down off the window, and the Pistons lead it by 7. Kenny Walker for the Knicks, holding high topside. He'll hand off to Cheeks. Low inside to Ewing. He is two-timed, and he is fouled, says Jack Neese by Isaiah. Isaiah blew by Cheeks, didn't he?
He did, George. And it came from a weak side to strong side swing of the ball, which Coach Daly is trying to get the Pistons to do the entire game.
After Isaiah's foul, Dumars is called for a shove on Gerald Wilkins as the Knicks inbounded. Johnny Newman now, top side of Walker. On the wing to Mo Cheeks. New shot clock. Gerald Wilkins, top side, fires over Joe, and it falls. That was a big-time shot there, 79-74. 2 now and 10 left in the third. 79-74, Pistons by 5. Isaiah with a baseline drive and a dish back top of the key to Edwards. He guns. It goes. James Edwards having a playoff career-high night. He now has 29 points. We're still in the third. Mo Cheeks. Off on the sideline to Gerald Wilkins. Patrick Ewing comes to set the screen on the pick and roll. Wilkins turns foul line. The shot is short, saved by Rodman, off Kenny Walker, out of bounds. Here come the Pistons. Lambier topside. Off on the wing to Dumars, cutting down the lane, lost the ball, out of bounds, off New York. Lambier looking to inbound the ball, way outside to Jimmy Edwards. Edwards against Ewing. Couple of bumps and a spin. Now the fadeaway, 2 on the clock. Off the iron, Lambier in the lane, lost it. Gerald Wilkins the other way for New York. And he runs down Isaiah, misses the shot, no call. Rodman rebounds. Less than a minute left in the third. The Pistons by 7 with it. Edwards wants it inside against Patrick Ewing. Gets the bounce. Puts it on the deck. Loses it. Picked up by Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins with 40 seconds left in the third. Dishes to Ewing. Patrick will pull up at gun foul line. It goes. New York's within 5. 81-76. Here comes Isaiah against Cheeks. The screen by Edwards. Isaiah's triple try won't drop. Newman rebounds for New York. Newman's on for Vandeweghe with Walker and Ewing and Wilkins and Cheeks. Shot clock 15, quarter clock 60. Cheeks between the circles. Still with it against Isaiah. Dishes now to Johnny Newman on the way. He'll go baseline. He is two-time, got it blocked, but a foul. James Edwards is called for the foul.
And Spartan Sally both check back into the point line. Johnny Newman at the line for the Rockville GP.
Pistons, especially the coaching staff, upset about a lot of bumps that haven't been called of late.
The last 3 minutes, George, has been very physical. Bodies flying all over the place. And you know, you would not expect the Pistons to do tonight what they did the other night, win so easily. The Knicks finished 5th. They are a very strong team with Ewing, certainly in Oakley.
Johnny Newman made both free throws. Isaiah trying to get the shot off before the horn. He does, but it's short. It's the Pistons by 3 after 3. 81-78. This is the World Champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. Run out and pick up a copy of Cooking with a Chance for Mother's Day. Check those B. Dalton bookstores in Lakeside, Oakland, 12 Oaks, and Fairlane Malls. All proceeds for charity. It's a great book. Cooking with the Chance. You can see Joe Dumars and Isaiah and all the rest of them in the kitchen with their lovely wives. Joe D for the Pistons, getting it to Lambier, top side. They want to go to Vinny in the corner, knocked away out of bounds by Gerald Wilkins. Boy, he's been alive tonight. New York outscored the Pistons 24-23 in the third. Ewing with 10 of the 24. Through 3, the Pistons still shooting 57%. New York right at 50. Rebounds are now even at 29. Sally with Aguirre and Bill Lambier and Vinny and Dumars for the Pistons. There's the Hall of Famer, Dave Bing, will be inducted next Tuesday. Number 21. Number 16, Bob Lanier, meantime, on Monday will be inducted into the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame. Mark Aguirre starting a drive. Ball slapped away. Oakley to Gerald Wilkins, and he reverse dunks. And it's 81-80. Gerald Wilkins with 20. Mark Jackson for New York with Wilkins and Johnny Newman and Ewing and Oakley. First minute, fourth quarter, game 2. Out west at the half, San Antonio's way up on Portland, back on their home court. Vinnie Johnson breaks it down, feeds inside for Sally, who draws the foul.
Number 34, Charles Oakley.
Oakley picked up his third foul. Gerald Wilkins will show you a little reverse dunk from that high slam camera. As New York got to within 1. Pistons 81, Knicks 80, and Sally's at the stripe, but he sticks the first.
Knicks have been a great deal more effective with the break, George, than the first game Tuesday night.
John Sally with 3. Make it 4, and the Pistons lead by 3. First minute, fourth quarter. Oakley topside. On the wing now to Newman against Aguirre. He'll step back and gun. He doesn't get it. Ewing with a rebound, and he's fouled by Bill Lambier.
Number 40, Bill Lambier is there for team switch.
3 on Billy. Team fouls now 1-1, a minute into the fourth. Newman to Wilkins. Ewing wants to pick and roll. Here's the switch. Lambier trying to guard Wilkins down the lane for a dynamite dunk. 83-82. Gerald Wilkins has 22. New York within one. Dumars backs off on the sideline. He's two-timed. Outside to Aguirre. On the wing to Sally. John in the lane. The hook on the run. It's wide. Lambier keeps it alive. John looking to save it. Does for Dumars. Fresh 24 for the Pistons. They lead New York by one. Dumars between the circles. Leaves it there for Lambier, who guns. It doesn't go. Off the heel. Aguirre chases it down at the timeline. That's a big play right there. Pistons get another crack. Joe Dumars penetrates. Lost it. Got it back. Clock at 12. Way outside to Aguirre. Trying for three. It won't go through. Gerald Wilkins with a rebound to Jackson. He'll no look ahead to Newman. Gets by Aguirre. Finger rolls and fills it. And the Knicks lead it. 84-83. 9:50 to play. Dumars to Aguirre, lets it fly from the wing, it falls. Pistons have the lead back. 9.5 left. It's 85-84. Mark Jackson for New York, top side to Wilkins. What a difference a game makes. Oakley from deep on the wing. Rainbows, and it goes.
The Knicks are doing a lot of things differently, George. Offensive rebounding, driving the ball to the basket, shooting a high percentage outside, particularly Oakley.
And New York leads at 86-85. Denny Johnson working against Newman. Puts it on the deck. Corkscrews with a jumper. Got it off the glass. 87-86. The Pistons by one again. 8:48 left. Newman with a baseline drive. Three-timed inside. Sally blocks the shot. But a foul will be called on John. John Sally has picked up his second. That'll get Newman a pair.
Another thing, George, the Knicks have done tonight that they did not do Tuesday, and they have driven the ball through the Piston defense, which is very unusual.
Newman's missed the first. Substitutions for the Pistons. Isaiah and Edwards for Lambier and Dumars. Newman missed them both. Sally with a rebound. New York puts Trent Tucker in the game. With Cheeks in the backcourt. Vinnie Johnson goes from the wing, misses, gets it back in the lane. Guns. Ewing, I think, got a piece of it. Oakley pulls it off. Here's Mo Cheeks with it. The Pistons lead him by one, 87-86. Oakley looking wide of the lane for Newman. He is grabbed and fouled by Mark Aguirre. Knicks with it. Mo Cheeks on the wing. High post now to Patrick Ewing. Turning on Edwards. He'll go baseline. Got a little bump. He didn't get the shot to drop, but the foul will be called on James. His fourth. We have 8:08 left. 87-86. The Pistons by one. Ewing at the stripe, but Jimmy Edwards has 4 fouls. To go with his game-high 29 points. Ewing makes. We're tied for the 8th time. There have been 12 lead changes, says Eddie Rivera. In the playoffs, Patrick Ewing averaging nearly 30. Got them both, and he has 16. And the Knicks lead. 8 minutes left. It's 88-87. Isaiah lobs it in the lane to Jimmy Edwards. He'll turn and fire, and it falls. And we got a foul. Johnny Newman got him.
Well, this happened, George, because of the switching situation. We had Edwards setting the pick. He flashes back to the ball. The defense is undecided as to what to do, and a direct pass inside to an open post. Very good play.
And he makes, and he has 32. Guy got a sweet shot or what? 7:45 left. Trent Tucker for New York on the wing now to Newman, and inside Ewing really lets Edwards have it, trying to get close position, and he has 4 fouls. Edwards caught a forearm in the nose. Pistons try to go inside to Edwards. Patrick Ewing slaps it away out of bounds. Chuck Daly said he expected New York to play its most emotional game of the series tonight. And they have been in it from the get-go. Isaiah looking for Vinny. Fakes it to him. Instead goes inside to Aguirre, who rolls and lays it in. Great fake. 92-88. Cheeks on the wing for New York. The Knicks trail by 4. Inside to Ewing. Will Wheel and Edwards power it up? No. Long rebound to Cheeks. Mo Cheeks driving on Isaiah. Ball slapped away by Isaiah. Oakley has it inside, and he is hit and fouled. It could be on Edwards. It is, and that's 5.
Ball is on 53. Edwards is fifth. Penalty. Situation. Number 20,
Bill Lambier will check in for James. Nail biting time, 7:03 left. The Pistons by 4. Edwards sits down with 5 fouls and 32 points. Oakley at the line. Let me correct something I said the other night about the state youth basketball championships. The Little Ma Power team from Detroit won that thing, and fellas, congratulations. The boys from Birmingham were only second, even if Joey's little brother plays for him. Oakley makes 2. 92-90. Here come the Pistons. Vinny to Lambier in the corner for the gun. It won't go. Rebound Patrick Ewing. New York in a hurry. Looking to tie. Newman against Aguirre on the wing. Top side to Oakley. Sally against him. Lambier will check Ewing inside. Mid-post bounce to Patrick. He'll turn and fire and fill it, and we are even at 92. 6.5 to play.
Georgie had plenty of rest in the second quarter.
Here comes Isaiah to forecourt. Isaiah to the sideline. Isaiah will step back and long, gun it and get it. It's a triple. His third tonight. 95-92. Isaiah with 15 points. Pistons by 3. Halfway through the fourth. Oakley looking for Newman, cutting dotted line. He'll fire over Lambier. No rebound, Billy to Sally. He'll get it to Isaiah. Trying to go back to Sally. Cheeks with a great play and a steal. The Knicks the other way. Pass goes wide of the lane to Newman. A bounce inside for Ewing. Slapped away by Sally. It's off Patrick, out of bounds. Timeout. 5:37 to play. Pistons 95, New York 92 on the World Champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. Super concerts coming to the Palace. Superstars Cher on May 19th, Madonna the 30th and 31st, and Janet Jackson on August 7th and 8th. The tickets are on sale now. Superstar Isaiah Thomas hit a brick wall on a Piston fast break when he ran into Oakley. Cheeks slid in front of Sally to make a steal. All right, let's look at the foul trouble. James Edwards with 5, Billy Lambier and Isaiah each with 3. Ewing has 4, Oakley 3 for New York. 5.5 left. Bill Lambier in the corner. Feeds inside. Ball got away from Aguirre, out of bounds.
Stats for Pistons home broadcast prepared by the official statistician Roy Moravnik and provided by Computerland of Southfield. Low cheeks for New York. Top side to Newman. Turnovers, Pistons 15, New York 11. Patrick Ewing from the baseline sticks it.
George, he's making everything in the second half.
New York's within one. It's 95-94. 4:54 left. Mark Aguirre deep on the wing. Top side now for Bill Laimbeer. Off to Isaiah in the corner. Aguirre gets it inside against Oakley. Tries to wheel. Now we get a whistle and New York's in a zone. An illegal defense, and that's their second warning. This will be a technical foul free throw for Bill Laimbeer. Joe Dumars checks in. Vinnie Johnson sits down. And Dennis Rodman has replaced Mark Aguirre. Dumars will shoot the tech. And he makes. Pistons have 4 out of 6 in triple tries. New York 2 out of 3. Isaiah with 3 of the 4 and Kiki Vandeweghe with both of the New York triples. Vinnie Johnson with the other for the Pistons. That beauty that finished the first half. Here's Isaiah trying for 3. Speaking of triples, he got another. All net. He has 18. The Pistons lead by 5. Gerald Wilkins from the corner. Fires short to Sally. 4 and 10 left. The Pistons have it on a 5-point lead. Laimbeer screening for Dumars, who takes to the wing, dishes back outside the belly. Now Sally on the wing. Clock at 4. John steps up and guns. 3 on the clock. It's off the heel. He got the rebound though in the corner. Will drive it inside. Finger roll. Miss. Rebound Oakley. Up to Cheeks. Maurice to Newman, top of the key. Johnny Newman gives to Cheeks, who feeds Ewing. Over Laimbeer from the baseline. Off the iron to Billy. A dozen boards for Bill Laimbeer. Pistons by 5, 3 and 15 left, and they have it. Isaiah gets a switch. Newman's on him on the left wing. He heads baseline. He is hit there, and we're going to get a foul. It is on Newman. He has 3. New York with 3 team fouls. The Pistons are in the penalty. Rodman triggers to Isaiah. Between the circles now, it's Dumars. Back top side to Bill Laimbeer. Clock at 12. Sally on the wing. Pivots against Ewing. Cross courts to Dumars. Joe with 5 on the clock. Gets to the lane. Guns. It's wide. Oakley with a rebound. And he is fouled. We'll get a timeout. Sally on the foul. 2 and 39 left. The Pistons 99. The Knicks 94 on the World Champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. Couple of superstars, Pete and John Giannopoulos, the restaurateur standing in front of none other than Joe Schmidt as the fans look on here at the Palace. Joe Schmidt hit people, John. They stayed hit. Oakley at the line. 2 and 39 left. He makes the first. Happy 35th to John and Mary Bell of Pontiac. 22 points down, 15 rebounds for Oakley.
Very similar to his 5th game against the Celtics.
Second free throw short. New York's down 4. The Pistons have it. We have 2.5 left.
Isaiah against Cheeks. They want to go low inside to Edwards. Back in the corner to Isaiah. Back high post to James. He'll turn and fire. It rolls off. Ball on the floor. Dumars saves it somehow for Isaiah. Great hustle play by Joe. From the corner, Isaiah's shot is short, but a foul. Gerald Wilkins is called for it. Joe Dumars' brothers played football. He looked like a football player saving that ball.
George, this could be this play by Joe Dumars, which results in 2 free throws, could be the key play of this ball game. The Knicks score on that missed shot is 99-90. Could be tied, could be 99-98. Now they're going to have a 5-point lead with a 90% shooter or 75% shooter on the line in Isaiah, but great under pressure situations.
So you can turn those numbers up a little bit down the stretch. Edwards was in. 5 fouls or not as the Pistons had the ball offensively. Back out he comes as they set up to play D. Isaiah makes 2, has 20. It's 101-95 Pistons, 2 to play. Maurice Cheeks penetrating. Off in the corner for Wilkins. It is knocked out of bounds. Which way is it going to go? The Pistons have the basketball. Chuck Daly wants to get James Edwards in the game. He does for Sally. Here come the Pistons with a 6-point lead. 1:50 left in game 2. The Knicks with 3 timeouts left. The Pistons have 3 plus their 20. Shot clock inside 10. Edwards screening for Dumars. Across the lane he comes. He'll dish to Lambier in the corner for the gun. It's in and out to Ewing. 1.5 minutes left. New York trying to push it up. Here's Cheeks. He'll pull up. Drive for 3. Short. Isaiah with a rebound. Lost it, but Dumars found it. 1:20 left. Pistons 101. New York 95. Dumars on the perimeter, slapped away by Ewing. He'll get it back. Clock at 5, now 4. In the corner to Isaiah. Clock at 3. Triple try. Yes! The Pistons by 9. 5 triples for Isaiah. What a show. Timeout, New York. 1:03 left. It's 104-95 on the world champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. Budweiser's Fight Night at the Palace is Wednesday, May 23rd. Pinklin Thomas has been added to the undercard. The main event, Anthony Jones against Tom Hanks. Was the debut of 2 Soviet top-flight boxers. A lot of fight in Isaiah tonight. 5 triples, the latest, put the Knicks down 9. A minute to play. Cheeks bothered by Isaiah outside. Goes sideline to Gerald Wilkins. Wilkins with the drive. He is sandwiched and fouled. Nope. It's a knock away, that's all. No foul. Cheeks to Oakley. Back to Cheeks in the corner. Wide of the lane to Patrick Ewing. He'll turn and fire. No. Out of bounds. Pistons. Wilkins didn't hold it. Knicks had a heck of an effort. But the Pistons have him in deep water now. 40 seconds left. And the Pistons have responded each and every time. Especially the guy with the ball, Isaiah Thomas. And the big guy resting on the bench right now, James Edwards. Isaiah on the sideline. Trying to lose some time. Dishes to Dumars. Shot clock running out. Joe from downtown. No. Isaiah with a rebound. He's on the deck, keeping the dribble, and finally he's tied up by Newman. 15 seconds to play. It's 104-95 Pistons.
Vinnie Johnson and Mark Aguirre looking on. They sparked the Pistons off the bench, but a couple of starters have been rare tonight. Isaiah taps it to Lambier. Billy back to the timeline. Ewing slaps it away. Gerald Wilkins will drive and dunk. 104-97, 4.9 seconds left. Lamb to Isaiah. He'll hold it. Time runs out on the Knicks again. Our final score at the Palace. The Pistons 104, New York 97. What a game. The Pistons had to play well to win, and they sure enough did. They're up 2-0 now in this Eastern Conference semifinal series. This is the World Champion Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. The Pistons have stopped the Knicks in game 2. Not by 35, but 7's enough. 104-97. A lot of Pistons responded, including our unsung hero, James Edwards, who scored 32. He's the unsung hero for Taco Bell. Taco Bell, Detroit's choice for great food and great value. Our defensive player of the game, who else but Dennis Rodman for Health Alliance Plan. Health Alliance Plan, your health deserves the best. Our player of the game had 12 assists to go with 23 points. He had 5 triples, including 3 in just 3 field goal tries in the 4th. Isaiah Thomas is the player of the game for Dunham's, the complete sports outfitter. And during the postseason, the Pistons have held their foes under 100 points per game in 20 of the last 22 playoff games. New York had just 19 in the 4th. That, if you're keeping track, is the 6th time in the playoffs this postseason the Pistons have held somebody under 10. And, John, the pressure's on New York now.
Well, they have to win. They're in the hole. In order to win the series, they have to beat the Pistons 4 out of 5. George, I don't think that's possible.
All right, for John and Harry Hutt, this is George Blaha. Good night, everybody.
Pistons basketball was brought to you by Dunham's, the complete sports outfitter with 10 Detroit locations, including our new Rochester Hills store. By O'Doul's non-alcoholic brew, brewed like a premium beer to taste like a premium beer. By Chrysler, where luxury is engineered to give you the advantage. By Health Alliance Plan, your health deserves the best. By Michigan Bell and Ameritech Company, solutions that work. By GE Automotive, if you're a car maker or supplier, put their minds to work. By Kroger, at Kroger every day is game day, go Krogering. By the Kelly Springfield Tire Company, Kelly Tires, a good deal on a great tire. By Taco Bell, Detroit's choice for great food and great value. And by Unical 76. Go with the spirit of 76.